us all.
I was actively adding music to my music repertoire, and I had just learned the song Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack. And of course, once I had that song under my hat, I would perform it regularly at the places where I was performing at the time. And one day I was practicing it, so, I wouldn't screw it up later when I went to perform it. And I was really enjoying the beauty of this song, and I thought to myself, what did you think to yourself, Jessica? Someday, I'm going to write a song just as pretty as this one. And that's pretty much how this month's song, I'll Keep Believing, was ever even born. When I sat down to endeavor to create this as of yet to exist song that I wanted to be as pretty as Killing Me Softly, my approach to writing it was more of a song structure approach. I didn't actually have any lyrics in mind, so as I was playing through the intro, I just kept going, I just liked it so much that stuck. That's why this song actually starts that way. And at the end of that little, I say the word ojalá, which actually is a Spanish word with Arabic roots, and it means I hope, which I thought would be apropos for this song since it's a song about believing. I actually learned it back in my college Spanish class. The first time I heard it, I knew I was going to use it in a song someday because it's so beautiful. Aww. It's such a pretty word. Ojalá. Eventually, other lyrics started to develop in the song. During that time in my life, I was really trying to give myself to this idea of truly believing in something and allowing that belief to bring about the things in life that I truly wanted. Actually, I'm always trying to do that. Maybe at some point I will actually figure it out. So this song, I'll Keep Believing, actually is a song of hope. But that lyric actually has a bit of a double entendre going on inside of it. I love getting as many double entendres going on as I possibly can.
Is that like a menage entendre?
That's a bit of a stretch. But I like where you're going with that, Miss Floozy. I like where you're going with that. So it is a song of hope. But when I'm singing I'll Keep Believing, I don't just mean having hope and continuing to believe in dreams, but also because as humans, we can't seem to not keep believing. We always be believing in something. And around about that time when the lyric was developing for this song, I was working as a maid. Because, that's what you do when you're a musician, apparently. And I was cleaning this house on the northern coast of California that was actually kind of a famous house because Rhett Butler used to stay there.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, I got to clean a floor that Clark Gable walked on.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
So I'm like, cleaning this floor that Clark Gable used to walk on. And I was having this conversation with myself while I was cleaning the floor about what beliefs are and what it means to believe in something. Don't act like you don't have conversations with yourself. And then suddenly I had this kind of like vision understanding thing. And I could clearly see that beliefs, well, they weren't really very useful at all.
Huh?
Actually, if you want to get to truth with a capital T, not because beliefs are inherently good or bad or anything in between, but just because, as I could see in this vision dealio, the truth with a capital T is just what it is like this sort of reality thing that's just always existing. And I could clearly see in that instant that as soon as I have a belief, that belief then becomes a barrier between me and my direct experience with the truth, with a capital T. I don't exactly know how to explain what I saw, except maybe to say that if truth, with a capital T, were like an ocean, say, all of the beliefs that we have prevent us from being completely submerged in it. That's not a bad thing. It's just that the truth, with a capital T, is only understood through direct experience with it. And the instant we believe anything about it, we put something in between it and what would otherwise be our direct experience with it. As we endeavor to cram the eternity of truth with a capital T inside of our little tiny belief about it.
This is the truth. Now get in here.
It's like I was just saying that truth is just hanging out, being what it is, and what we do or don't believe about it doesn't change truth with a capital T one damn bit. But it does affect our ability to access it, as some beliefs can be closer to the truth with a capital T, and some beliefs can be further from the truth with a capital T. But truth doesn't give a shit. It's like honey badger.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
But it's like I could see that so long as we're believing anything, we are existing on the perimeter of truth. And again, there's nothing inherently good or bad about those beliefs. They're just beliefs. Just depending on how close in nature those beliefs are to truth with a capital T determines how much further or closer from the truth we are residing in our experience of life. It's like a board game, and we can move closer or further from home, which is the truth with a capital T. The further from truth our beliefs are, the more difficult it is to access home, where the truth with a capital T resides. Because those beliefs are so different from it. Even if we were completely submerged in it, we wouldn't understand it. We would have no idea what was going on. But if, belief by belief, we could believe ourselves closer to home, closer to the truth with a capital T, we could get close enough to it that we could easily pop in and out of direct experience with it. If we want to. Or we can keep believing things that keep us further away from the truth and just dance around inside of those belief systems for a while. Whatever floats our boat.
Come on over here, guys. This one looks interesting.
There's this thing humans call confirmation bias, which basically means that we humans go around looking for, noticing, and believing in things that confirm what we already believe in.
Now, how about that?
It sounds like a really great way to not notice stuff. And psychologists have done studies that prove that people remember false memories.
What?
Yep. Participants in a memory implantation study had biographical events implanted in their brain, and at least half of those people believed, at least to some extent, and some entirely, that those events, those fake memories, had actually occurred.
What?
What? I think that kind of means that half of everything we remember is total bullshit. Basically, these people believed something had happened that had never actually happened. You know why? Why is that, Jessica? Just because they kept getting told over and over again that it was real. It was real. So basically, we only believe what we believe because we already believed it. And the only reason we believe it at all is because we were told enough times that it was true, that it was real. One of the many ironies here is that once somebody believes something, that we only believe what we believe because we already believe it, and we only believe it in the first place because we were told enough times that it was true. Still, man, once somebody believes something, don't you dare try and take that belief away from them. Woo-hoo-hoo! that's the stuff that wars are made of. What we believe becomes so much a part of our self-identification that we defend our beliefs as if they are us, which of course they're not. But it's awful easy to get confused with who we are, what we believe. Because of course, if we didn't believe anything, we would just be inside of that ocean of truth. And the truth doesn't need to defend itself. The truth with a capital T doesn't need to be anything except what it already is.
What? I'm so confused.
If you've ever had a really bad wound and wrapped it in gauze, and that bandage congealed with your gaping wound, and then you try to rip that thing off later, oh man, that hurts like hell! Because that bandage is merged with your tissue and literally become a part of you. Stop it! Just leave it! I think that's what it's like when you try and take what people believe away from them. Stop! Just leave it there! By the way, just soak that shit in some salt water for a while. Then you can pull it off and it won't hurt so bad. I totally get why people get all defensive and aggressive when you challenge what they believe. Because some of my most painful experiences in life have been when my beliefs were shattered.
No! No, God, no! Why? Why, God, why? No!
I get it. I totally get it. It can become less painful after a while, though, if you let yourself get used to your beliefs being shattered. Oh, so nothing is ever what I think it is. Okay, got it. In this month's song, I'll Keep Believing, I think you'll hear the struggle that I and so many of all of us experience when we know there's a greater truth, or at least some belief system of a more noble order that will get us closer to the truth with a capital T. But we don't know how to find it, and we don't know how to believe in it. As I've mentioned, I've come to believe that beliefs are neither good nor bad. For me, it's more a question of, can I use this amazing power I have called belief to get me inside of a belief system that is as close to truth with a capital T as I can possibly get, even though that means programming my brain with beliefs that seem contradictory to the ones that this matrix is constantly bombarding and pummeling my subconscious with. I think that is the game we're playing here in the Matrix. And I've noticed in my own self-experiments, no matter how outlandish a belief is that I want to make my brain believe is true so that I can ultimately see it come to fruition in my experience of reality, I don't actually have to believe that it's true in order to make it work. I just have to get myself to a place where I believe that there is possibly some means by which it could possibly be true. And this is like the most exciting time ever for that game, because everywhere you look, there are impossible and amazing things happening that people weren't even saying was possible just a few years ago. I mean, just look at how quickly things can change when everybody believes something. Can make it change like in a different direction though. You know what I'm saying? Like in a good direction. If there's anything you want to do or be or create, it's pretty much guaranteed that you could go on the internet and find someone who is being or doing or creating that thing also, or at least getting close enough to it that you have something you can help yourself believe with.
Okay, but don't forget about the internet, man.
Yeah, you can actually find everything on the internet, but I know not all of you know how to look things up on the internet yet. We'll get there though, we'll get there. Like, I totally believe in miracles and divine intervention and all of that. But because my brain has been programmed to be logical in this left brain prison of a matrix, I have to find a way to convince myself that it makes sense to believe something is possible. So I've learned that if I can program myself to believe just enough to believe that what I want to believe is technically possible,
What?
then I'm there, man. I'm totally there. Then the power of the subconscious and or divine intervention makes it possible for me to start seeing things that I never saw before, probably because of my confirmation bias. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Weird. And I can start making connections that I wasn't previously able to make because my brain already had a story it was telling with no room for an alternate ending. But you can always have an alternate ending. It's kind of like a happy ending. Like those choose your own adventure books, you know? If you choose the sword, go to page 65. What? The sword kills me? Yeah, I'm going back to page 26. If you choose the crystal, go to page 90. Okay, going to the crystal. I read once that the most requested song ever was the song Don't Stop Believing by Journey. So whenever I hear it come on the radio or I hear somebody sing it at karaoke, don't stop believing, I ask them, why do you like that song so much? So I'm genuinely curious. And almost everybody I ask always says something like, because it's a song about believing.
Huh?
Like, seriously, that's the answer I get from most people. So I'm figuring like, okay, yeah, believing is having hope. So we like this song because we like believing in having hope through the act of believing.
What?
And I think part of why everybody loves that song so much is because it is subconsciously reminding us of our own power.
Our own power.
Because really, even though the lyric of that song says, don't stop believing, we can't stop believing. That's the game we're playing. If we did, we would just be in direct experience with the truth, with a capital T. So we keep believing things, and because we do, we keep making this reality. Because as confirmation bias shows us, whatever we believe is all what we see. That's why I always like to say, I believe everything. That doesn't mean I think it's the truth.
So I don't mistake it all for the truth.
Thanks for coming this week on Me and My Song. Come on back next week as I sing for you the song I just told you all about in the Raw Reveal. Just so you know, I keep doing this because I know it makes you smile and sometimes even laugh, and because I know that music heals. I know that. And I'm gonna keep on doing it no matter what.
Yes.
But also, just so you know, it is really hard work and it does cost a lot of money, and I don't get vacation days. So if you feel so inclined to be a donator, please do so. I won't stop you, really. Come on, feel free. You can donate just one time, you know, like throw in a tip in my tip jar. Or you could donate whatever amount you want every month. Just like, cha-ching, just throw me a little chump change every month. I just said chump change, like I'm a chump or something. If you become a monthly donator, you get special perks, like free music downloads, extra videos, and a cool shirt like this, because having money on planet Earth always gets you special perks. But this is a 100% guilt-free request. I do this hoping to make you feel good, so don't feel bad if you can't cough up the dough. Shoot, I'm just glad you're here, because otherwise I'd be all alone. Well, you know what I mean. This is Jessica Leia signing off. Thanks for coming. Come on back next week. I will be here for you. And also, if you could just do me a favor and remember, keep singing your song.
Me and my song.